Welcome everyone, Mate Talk time. So good to be before you all. Hope you guys had an awesome time. For those who celebrated Christmas, hope you had a wonderful time with your family. For those who celebrate other religious celebrations, I was going to say ceremonies, no, but celebrations. I'm hoping you guys had a fantastic time with family. Is food a part of that celebrations? Because I know for Christmas, food and Christmas, they go together, baby. Food and Christmas. There are certain dishes that are made over Christmas time. One of them is pavlova. For Aussies, we know what a pavlova is. I don't know if maybe Europeans or the European friends, US friends, pavlova, does that ring a bell? Look it up. A perfect pavlova, the perfect pavlova, can only be made by my mother-in-law. Let me just put it out there. So you may have had a pavlova, but nothing like the way my mother-in-law makes it. So it's not store-bought, that's number one. She makes it herself. It's crispy on the outside. It just has the right balance between crisp and like a slight crunch. And then on the inside, it's it is marshmallowy, but kind of a little bit on the gooey side, a little bit chewy. Then she puts a layer of cream, layer of cream, followed by mango, kiwi fruit, strawberry, raspberries, blueberries. Forget about it. Now the question is, did I overindulge? The short answer is yes. The next question is, do I regret it? No. Did not regret a single bit. I mean, look, that's not true, because I did regret it. As I'm having I think it was my third slice of pavlova. Can you imagine, third slice? Okay, so, and I'm talking like a decent sort of, piece. I just figured, you know what, Christmas happens once a year, baby. And my mother-in-law only makes it once a year, so you know what, I made the most of it. For us, Christmas is over 3 days, believe it or not. So Christmas Day I spend with Sandra's family. I guess traditionally she always celebrated Christmas Day. Then Christmas Eve I spend with my parents and my siblings, because traditionally South Americans, we tend to make a big deal about Christmas Eve. And then because now that our children are married and have their own families, etc., it became too crazy over Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so we've created a new tradition which is called Christmas Adam and Eve. Christmas Adam, and so we spend that with Sandra and I spend it with our children. And so yeah, 3 days of overindulgence, fun, food, family, awesome, a lot of fun. So what I want to do today is I want to share with you my Christmas haul. Boom. In particular, the fragrances that I was blessed to receive over this Christmas period. I want to thank everyone involved. Actually, I'm going to thank you guys personally now. The first present that I received, first perfume present I received, was from an awesome man called Mark. He's got his own channel or his own page on Instagram. It's called Fragrance Photos. Have a look at the work that this man does. He's incredibly artistic. He actually has engaged with some big brands. I think he's new at the game. And when I say I know he's new at the game. I think he's only about a year or 2 years old. But he's come out like a bull out of a gate. So have a look at the work this man does. Super impressive. He recently engaged with the brand Stefan Humbert Lucas. Mark was kind enough to reach out to me and say, look, would I be interested in receiving a free gift? I'm like, no, man, I don't know about that. So he was kind enough to send me Sandance. I was going to call it Sundance. He was kind enough to send me Sandance. Now, Sandance, as a winter ambery fragrance, pure magic. It opens up with a whiskey note, but for me, when it dries down, it is very chocolate, caramel, wood-like. There are, to my nose, a vanillic sort of tone to it. It is very ambery. It's very warm. It's definitely gourmand. This over winter would be pure magic. Today, let me just say, I don't know if you can see if am I a bit shiny? I think I might be. Today is scorching hot here in Melbourne. It's like 37, 38 degrees. It is, I don't know if you can also hear, I've left the aircon on, I'm sorry guys. It's just way too hot. But on a summery day, not so much. So I've been wearing it today. It is Gourmands for me are not my best of friends when it comes to summer fragrances, but as a winter fragrance, as a fragrance to you know, cool weather, cold outside, warm inside, forget about it. So Sandance, absolutely amazing. Mark, thank you, awesome gift. I really look forward to putting this through its proper test run over the cooler months, which will be tomorrow, because being Melbourne, we get 38 degrees one day, and then tomorrow it'll be snowing. So we have that advantage. Excuse me for a second. And you guys think I'm joking. I'm not joking. Well, I am joking, but it goes weird. I mean, a week ago, it was raining. It was almost like, I felt like I was in winter again. Anyway, crazy Melbourne weather. The next gift that I received is from, I always call him the Great Gatsby of Kuala Lumpur. His real name, because I love using that name, his name is Antoine. And Antoine has become a very good friend. We've done, so the history on Antoine and myself, I guess, did some work for him here in Melbourne for one of his stores called the True Fit and Heal store. There was a lot of success with that. Antoine, I guess we connected as friends, and he sent me over to Kuala Lumpur, did some work over there. If you haven't seen the video, have a look at this. This is a little, it wasn't tongue-in-cheek, but it was really just it was actually, if anything, it was a thank you note to Antoine and for everything he did for us, for Sandra and I, as we had a wonderful time in Kuala Lumpur and had a chance to film for brands that he represents, Maison Francis Kurkdjian, True Fit and Heal, and things like that. Anyway, so I caught up with Antoine. He was very kind to gift 724 to Sandra and I want to thank you, Antoine. It was a fragrance I hadn't experienced up until receiving it. It's brand new here in Australia. I know it's been in the US for a few months now, but we've only just received it, I believe. Awesome, incredible fragrance. I've been wearing this over our Christmas Adam and Christmas Eve. The compliments I've received over those 2 days by wearing this fragrance has been off the hook, I was going to say. I'm going to say it, off the hook. In particular, the women in my family were just drawn to this fragrance. I think what it is that it is a fragrance, on a man, it is perfect for a female nose, meaning that the notes in there, it has an aldehyde, it also has a jasmine, and it also has like an orange blossom component to it. There are some musks in the bottom there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of sandalwood. There's a lightness, a creaminess to it. Spectacular fragrance. Honestly, on a man, works. On a woman, no problems at all. On a man, being that it has aldehydes, I mean, truthfully, I didn't look at the notes. I just sprayed it when I received it. I instantly got oohs and ahs from my wife when I was wearing this, to the point where I would walk out of a room wearing this. The sillage on this is fantastic. She'd be like, oh my gosh, what are you wearing today? She asked me about 3 or 4 times, which fragrance is that? And I'm like, it's the same one, 724. So as a compliment getter, fantastic fragrance. It is, in my opinion, sunshine in a bottle. This one here radiates, I don't know, it radiates like a clean skin, but not soapy. So when I think clean skin, I normally think more of a soapy kind of vibe to it. This is vibrant. But it's not heady. It's not like a jasmine heady, and it's not orange blossomy. It's unique. It really is. 724, quite a unique fragrance. Just really, really spectacular. So, Antoine, the Great Gatsby of Kuala Lumpur, thank you for this awesome, awesome gift. The next gift, excuse me. I don't know if you guys have tried mate. Even though it's like I mentioned, 38 degrees. Mate is one of those drinks, because normally you can't drink a tea in warm weather, but mate works anywhere. 400 degrees, you're still drinking mate, and it's amazing. The next gift is from an awesome guy. It's a gift from me to me. Remember I mentioned that I did an episode a few months back talking about Black Friday and asking everybody, how'd you guys do on your Black Friday? You know, were you resilient? Were you able to resist the temptation? I mentioned that I was strong as a lighthouse at the start, and mind you, it was a weekend for crying out loud. So from Friday to Sunday, I crumbled already. So I don't know about how strong I was. Lighthouse, maybe sandcastle. I was a sandcastle. I got too many emails from Xerjoff. And in the end, I did succumb to their bewitching, and I bought some fragrances. So from me to me, the first one is Cruz del Sur, number 2. Julio, a little while back, mentioned to me that I did a video on some awesome Xerjoffs at the time. He mentioned that his favorite is Cruz del Sur, number 2. And I thought, I gotta test this out. I happened to be in Milan, because we don't have this in Australia, by the way. So I happened to be in Milan. I tested, and it is, Julio, you're absolutely right, to the point that I bought it. It's a glorious, mango-y, vanilla, creamy, powdery on the opening. Beautiful over the cooler months. Not for today though. 38 degrees. This one here it's a little bit too cloy, but over the cooler months, magic. I had a sample of it, and it worked. It worked. So thank you, Julio, for the recommendation. That's why I did it. You know, it's Julio's fault. And then the second one is Daniel. So he recommended to me, I did another review on the Golden Dollar coffee break. He said to me, if you like Golden Dollar, you're gonna love Golden Mocha. So when I recently purchased the Torino 22, that was a blind buy. I asked for a sample of Golden Mocha, and on first spray, man, I was like, yep, this is a winner. It is, you know, the funny thing about this one here, it has equal part repulsion attraction to it. And I love fragrances that do that. So something that you're like, oh, no, not for me. And then you're like, hang on a second. Oh, wow. What is, oh no, my gosh. Baby, what's your name, you know? Baby, what's your name? Honestly, it's that kind of fragrance. So that it opens with this orange, bitter orange component to it. But then it has this oud with an incense, with a coffee component to it. The orange still plays in there. There is a green note. I'm picking up a green note. I don't know. I mean, I haven't studied the notes on this, but I just know that I'm drawn to it. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I don't think it's for me. But then I get the sillage of it, and this works for me. So I've been wearing both of them today. But this one, as a summer fragrance, no problems at all. Golden Dollar, more of a winter fragrance. I find it is quite heavy. Whereas I found that Golden Mocha on a day like today is working quite well. So I haven't really tested. I've only sprayed it once, so I don't know on a full wear what it would be like. But so far, Golden Mocha is pretty awesome on a warm day. The last present, my wife, she is awesome. Thank you, babe. She I was gonna say sneaky, but not sneaky. I'm gonna say divine. She bought this in Rome. So Acqua di Sale, say properly. Acqua di Sale is from Profumo Roma. Now, we were in Rome. She purchased this, I don't know how the heck. She purchased this, hid it from me, and revealed it over Christmas. So this is probably, I'm gonna make a big call here. This is probably the greatest aquatic fragrance out there. Now, it's not something, so Profumo Roma is not one that we have here in Australia. The Profumo Romas that I have, I've actually purchased in Rome. And so I did an aquatic lineup. In that aquatic lineup, I had a lot of Italians say to me, how come you didn't review Acqua di Sale? What's going on? Because I didn't have it. I'm wearing this today. The one fragrance, now I've got all the fragrance I just shared, I've got them all on me. The one fragrance that is popping the most is Acqua di Sale. So as a summer fragrance, this is the one, guys. I've actually got it, can you see that? Bare skin. I've got it on my knees. So I'm literally covered in perfume, but the one that is popping is Acqua di Sale. It's just, as I've been sweating and I can see myself, I'm all shiny. The Acqua di Sale is just, it's beautifully aquatic, salty notes, marine. It has like a seaweed, but not in a megamatic kind of way where it's kind of a little bit funky. This seaweed here is vibrant and green and happy and salt air. And so, thank you, my love. Acqua di Sale, I'd recommend this to you guys. I don't know if could a woman wear it? Possibly, why not? I mean, it's an aquatic fragrance. There's no reason why this couldn't. But where does it fall? I feel like it maybe falls a little bit more. It has a masculine sort of vibe to it. There's like a pine component or a woody component to it. But anyway, as a summer fragrance on a day like today, magic. Now I did get a present for my wife, but I left it over here. Excuse me while I reach across. So this is not. I bought this for Sandra. I bought this for my wife. For those who are familiar, this is Ella. This is from Trudon. So those, if you're familiar with the candle, Cia Trudon. So this is the fragrance. She's been wearing this over the last few days. This is, it's magic. It's a white floral like you've never experienced it before. It's just, honestly, it's just glorious. So this is very much a lot more female leaning, but it's a fragrance that Sandra tested a little while back. We did a like a segment in the Cia Trudon store. She's since then fallen in love. Anyway, this is a little gift that I got my dear wife. Bada bing. So I hope you guys, that's my haul. I had an awesome Christmas. So thank you to everyone who contributed, including myself. Cheers. Yeah, thank you for all these beautiful gifts. I do appreciate it, and yeah, look forward to sharing this. It's all for a good reason, because now I'm able to talk about these on the channel and share it with you guys. Thanks everyone.